Okay.
Howdy, y'all. Happy Good
Howdy.
Friday.
Hello, sorry about that,
Going on?
everybody.
Okay. Okie dokie. So, we'll go ahead and jump into an intro. We're running a bit late today. Hello,
Yeah,
good
my
morning,
fault.
and welcome, gamers. We are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. In addition, we talk about some juicy rumors, controversies, and random topics of discussion. Here you'll find some facts, some opinions, and a whole lot of lame jokes. If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out at fpsguides.com and follow us on social media. We stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPS Guides. And for all your listeners out there, the FPS Guides podcast can now be found on Apple iTunes Podcast, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and Alexa. So go ahead and check those out. And if you're interested in becoming a part of the FPS Guides community or perhaps even becoming a content creator,
Whoops.
please hit us up at our website. We would love to hear from you.
Whew.
What'd you say whoops for?
My bad. I unmuted the stream and then I thought it was gonna like double audio catch, but it did
Oh.
not. So
So they can hear us though.
yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, I mean shit, like, or else.
So did you buy? You buy Final Fantasy? Did you play it or something?
Yeah, I'm showing the gameplay right now. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been playing since it came out last night. This is basically what I'm showing now is the boss fight that is at the end of the first mission.
Okay.
I didn't. As you can see, it looks really good. It's a little washed out because of HDR on the PlayStation, so it'll look a little different when you play it. So
Okay.
don't be like, oh my god, it looks washed out. No, it's just
Cool.
it's just the video itself. But
Wait, you just set a time? You set the timer on the bomb there
yeah,
for 20 minutes?
Yeah, because I'm a G, dude. Come on, like, not
So
gonna
you
30
choose
minutes, dude. Get out of here.
20 or 30 minutes to beat the boss, basically.
No, no, it's way more forgiving than that, man. It's like, so you fight the boss, which is what I'm doing now, and then after you fight the boss, it's like, oh, now you have 20 minutes to escape. It's like, wow, that was it's pretty generous
Oh,
of you.
now
Thank
you
you.
have 20 minutes to escape.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna
So I'm
be,
guessing 20 minutes is plenty of time.
yeah. So I'll just kind of, I guess, talk briefly about this. During this boss fight, basically, I don't know if you guys can hear the audio or hear the music. I'll turn it up a tad there.
Let's see, I have. Yeah, I can hear it. I have it muted.
So
I
basically,
don't
what I'm
hear
doing now
echoes.
is like the old school turn-based combat system, where if you hit X, you'll go into like some sort of slowdown time, and then you can use your abilities and your items and stuff like that. I can see combat's very hack and slash oriented, but
Okay.
the normal attacks don't do much damage. All they're there for is to fill up your ATB gauge, which lets you do your special attacks. So basically,
Right.
you have to find a balance in between, okay, like slash slash slash, and then alright, I have to get back, use an item, but I need energy to do that. So that's pretty much kind of the whole gist of everything here. And then
Cool.
you can switch in between characters, which is pretty cool. So I'm Barrett right now because Cloud is, I don't know, doing something else. Then now I just switched to Cloud, and the combat is fun. Every character has like two modes. So basically, Cloud's normal mode is his operator mode. So he's like pretty free flowing. He can move pretty quickly.
Okay.
Excuse me. And then like if you look on the gameplay, you'll see like Triangle Punisher mode, and that's like where he kind of just stands still and does way more damage, way more damage, but he's way slower.
I see.
So you gotta
So it's
you
kinda
can
like
mix up in
stance
between those
thing.
attacks. Yeah, I was, man, going from Neo to this, I was like, because R1 is block and R1 on Neo is not block, so I was getting
Oh,
hit
yeah.
pretty hard sometimes. And I was
Yeah.
like, man, I should have blocked that. But the fighting, especially this boss, it has a lot of tells, and you can tell it has the turn-based system is still there because you can see the damage numbers and you can see like block, attack, like you can see the name of the attack, and you can
Yeah.
see all of that stuff, and that's very reminiscent of the old one. Let's see what else is pretty cool. Oh yeah, so there I'm like stopping time, picking a spell. doing, seeing what's up. Um, I don't know. Do you guys have any questions about this like footage or like how everything else plays? It looks gorgeous, by the way. I was playing it in a faux 4K, as the PlayStation likes to call it, but it's basically like 1600p, I guess. And it looks really good, and the performance is good too. It's not. I didn't notice any
It's
stuttering,
really smooth.
so I was pretty happy about that.
Did is this the same mission as in the tutorial?
Yeah, the tutorial
Or
is
not,
the first
not the
mission.
tutorial, but the demo or whatever.
Yeah, but I didn't. I don't think I showed the boss fight.
Oh, okay.
Last time I showed it, so I was like, all right, let me just show the boss fight then.
I see.
But I wanted to
Cool.
show more, but I was up until like 4 doing work, so I didn't want to. I'm exhausted,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to capture any more. But,
Yeah.
Can you clarify if since it's turn-based, when it's not your move, it looks like you could still, like,
Ooh, come
It's
on.
not.
roll
It's
to
not,
the side.
So it's not
Turn-based.
turn-based. So right here, if you look on the gameplay video right now, how that menu got pulled up and time kind of stopped, that is the part where it's a mix of turn-based and real-time. So right now I'm just kind of rolling around, be like, okay, what do I gotta do? Do I dodge? Do I block? And then as my ATB gauge or my energy fills up, I can slow down time by hitting X and then use my abilities and use my items, which is how the original one was. Since the original
Okay.
was turn-based. So like right now, time is slowed right now and I'm choosing what to do. That's part of the turn-based fusion of real-time combat.
okay,
Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay.
It's like a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really funny because
So it's not really turn-based at all, but you almost have a pausing ability that you got to build up.
Yeah.
yes, but it's kind of real-time turn-based, which is a weird term, I guess, because you are kind of taking turns. You're like, okay, special attack on the boss, dodge the boss. Okay, boss's special attack. Okay, attack for a while. So it's kind of live action.
You can't do 2 consecutive attacks. You have to wait till the opponent attacks before you can do your next attack.
No, you can do 2 consecutive attacks.
Oh, so it's not turn-based at all then.
It's not. It's not turn-based. They just brought some of the elements from the first Final Fantasy VII in the form of tactical mode, which is this whole slow down time thing. But no, it's
Gotcha.
not turn-based per se.
Yeah, because turn-based is my turn, now it's your turn, now it's my
Yeah.
turn, now it's your
You're
turn.
not. You don't actually have to like wait to attack. You can just continue.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is normal difficulty, and I actually did lose to this boss one time. I was not happy about it. But the easier difficulties or the other difficulty options are the classic mode, which is, hey, like, Cloud will just attack, or the characters will just attack, and then you just focus on doing your abilities and your items, which is way closer to the
Okay,
original.
so you can actually set it up to be more like the original.
Yeah. So
I see. Cool.
So you loving the game?
I like it so far. Man, I was watching
Between
some
this and
reviews.
Neo 2, which one are you?
Oh well, I
Are
mean,
you more interested in right now?
Neo 2, just because I'm more deep into that game. I'm on like region 5 out of 7, so I'm like kind of getting through it. So I'm a little
I
bit
see.
more interested in that. And plus, it's a sequel, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's got that going for it. But this is really fun so far. Man, there's Cloud can have every girl he probably feels like Solo on a Friday, dude. Just like
Yeah.
just choose anybody. Like there's definitely scenes where you meet a girl named Jessie and she's like, oh, so do you know Tifa? Are you guys close? It's like, listen, all right, you have no shot against Tifa, all right? No video game character pretty much has a shot against her. So
It's
don't
already
even
a
try.
lock, yeah.
So it's pretty funny. And there's
Cool.
other scenes I've seen in reviews where like Aerith is like, oh, we should go on a date or whatever. It's like, yeah, we should. So
Is it
pretty fun.
difficult?
it is not that hard. You do have to be cautious though, because like I said, I did die the first time when I fought the boss, because his attacks are pretty strong. But it's not that hard, especially coming off Neo 2. I'm just like, all right, this is not the same type of combat. It's not going to push me as hard as Neo. And then so excuse me, the if you block during the Punisher mode or the triangle ability of a character, it'll act as like a parry, but it's really really lazy parry, man. So basically, there's this enemy that's really fast, and he'll jump at you. You'll probably see him later. If you just hold block and anticipate his attack, it'll just parry. It's not like in Sekiro, Dark Souls, or Nioh where you have to time the actual block. You can just hold block, and then when they hit you, it does
You
the
just hold
counter
block
action.
in that mode.
Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of
That's a little free.
yeah,
But,
it's a little cheap.
Final
but,
Fantasy 15 was like that too. I mean, there was just like
Okay.
a dodge button you just hold down, and he would just automatically dodge if you have the if you have enough mana or whatever.
Yeah.
I also something with Final Fantasy 15 was that there's also there's a skill aspect to it and stuff, but at the end of the day, most big boss battles were like a battle of attrition.
yeah, like
Well,
as
you
you
just
can tell,
have
this
to
is
make
a
sure
long
that you
fight.
have
This is a long
enough.
fight. Like this is not an easy
Yeah,
fight.
and it
It's not
looks
a-
like it's really similar. Where like, yeah, you can mitigate it by dodging enough and running away enough and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's just do you have enough like revives and potions to get
Yeah,
through it?
I think there is more strategy in the way of okay, I can put this magic on this guy. So say I want Thunder on Barrett, be like, all right, Barrett, use Thunder, and then I can switch off different magics and use them on different people. So if Cloud's in a bind and then Barrett's okay, I can be like, oh, Barrett, use Cure on Cloud, and then I can switch back to Cloud as he has like replenished health. So there is like a good strategy aspect there, which is pretty cool. And since I'm a Kingdom Hearts player, so this combat's very, very familiar to me. And
Yeah.
you can map your abilities to the shortcuts, which is really cool. So if you hold L1, it'll come up with like triangle, square, X, and circle, and you can do shortcut abilities that way instead of having to go into the ability menu like that, what's shown now, to use them. So that's cool if you want to like keep combat a little bit more real time.
Okay, cool. So, what would you rate it so far?
So far, oh my god, I paused it
So
right there. I'd probably give it like an 8 so far.
Okay.
The dialogue is definitely a little stilted, being a JRPG. You know, it's not the best dialogue.
It's very
so you got to get through that.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I really wanted Johnny Rick to play it last night because he played the original one, so you know he has a little bit more insight into the differences and what they kept and what they didn't so far. But I don't know. I guess he's camera shy.
This is rated T for teen.
Yes. Hold on a
Okay.
second. I don't know actually. Let me look that up.
Because
Because there is
I guess
some
that would make sense
racier
with some of
scenes
the
in this scene.
where some of the dialogue is a little more.
And let me tell you, man, there's a scene
one-dimensional.
later in the game where like Cloud jumps off a train, he grabs Tifa to protect her, and like it's very fan servicey, dude. Like they like roll over, they give an angle of Tifa on top of Cloud. It's like, all right, come on, guys. Like,
It is
Seriously.
Team 13, by the way.
okay.
It is
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I really I'm enjoying it so far.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at getting either that or Neo 2 probably today. We'll see.
Nice. Neo 2 is really, really good.
Yeah. This,
Yeah.
you know what? I just don't know what it is. I haven't really felt like playing Neo. I was looking at the gameplay. I'm just like, I don't feel like it.
What about you guys? You guys play anything? I played this last night and I finished Doom Eternal last week. And
Not really.
getting
I
to
finished
the
Doom
end of Neo
Eternal.
2.
And I finished Doom Eternal, and then I played a little bit like through the levels with cheats on and stuff like that. But I haven't really done anything else. It's been pretty much a slow week for me in terms of gaming.
I finally tried out a new mode in NBA 2K, and it's my career mode.
Okay.
And I never really understood the pay to win aspects of 2K. Like I've heard about it. You know how you have to buy the virtual currency to level up your character. It's most applicable. I found out where it is, and it's in my career. It's most applicable in that story mode to build up your character, because you start off. At least I don't know if it's the same depending on which character you pick. I picked an Asian guy because I'm Asian, right? So it started me off as it's a minor league in China, and you got to work your way up. You got to work your way up into the G League. You know, first you got to get back to the United States, work your way up, and then you're finally in the NBA. But you're a bench warmer, and it's so hard to level up. Like I'm tempted to just spend the 20 or $50 to just buy all of the coins needed to level up my character
That's how
because
they get
it's
you.
very
That's
slow
how they
going,
get you,
man. Yeah, it's very,
It's crazy.
dude. There's romance in it. There's a rivalry. Like he's beefing with his own teammates.
There's romance in
It's
2K and NBA
yeah,
2K.
yeah. There's a
Is there
there's
like
a
dialogue options?
no. It's a story mode. Now I'm not playing 2K20. I'm playing 2K19 just because it's the game that I have right now. Which is weird because NBA 2K20 is on Game Pass, right? But I've already got a season midway. I'm midway through a season in 2019. So I
Right.
said, let me see what this my career is about. It's pretty dang cool, man. Like it's not an open world. It's a closed world. Like there's a neighborhood that you can wander around and basically see the other players online. You can do pickup games. You
Yeah.
can. It's pretty cool. Had no idea that was even there in that game. So I'm enjoying it. I'm getting frustrated though. Just as a rule of principle, I don't wanna pay, so I might end up just quitting that my career mode.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
paying for a game just to play through the single player mode
Yeah.
is a little much.
Well, here's the thing. The if you pay and you level up your character, you can do pickup games against other players, in which that you get, and then that'll help you gain more points and level up even more. I played a pickup game with some beasts, and I was just like, oh my gosh. All their
Okay.
characters were dunking from the free throw line. I was like, oh my gosh, and hitting fadeaway threes. So
Right.
they've got they either have a lot of hours in the game or a lot of money in the game.
Yeah, they're all like Michael Jordan from Space Jam.
Yeah,
Alright, you guys continue. I'll be right back.
That's crazy.
that's the only thing new
Wasn't
that I've tried this
expecting
week.
that
No.
from a 2K game. That's weird.
No, not at all.
Wait, so like you have like your character, or you don't have a? I thought you
No.
played like a. But you controlled a whole team when you played 2K. You
That's
don't in my story mode.
on the my career mode. You control one character. You have no. You don't really. You're not beholden to any team. Yeah. So even when you're in the game, when
When like you're playing games and stuff, there's.
you only control your character,
Oh.
and then when the coach benches you because you're sucking, you're on the bench. Like you have the respect of watching the game.
You literally have to sit there and watch
Gotta
your own
sit on the
game.
Yeah. So then you could like skip to when you get like coach put me back in, and then once they cut to when you go in, but the game lapses like without you. So there were a couple games the coach would sit me at like the start of the third quarter, and
Yeah.
I'd say, all right, put me back in, and the game's over and we lost. I'm like, ah. It's brutal, dude.
That's crazy.
It's utterly brutal, but it's so like give me more, because you still get some incremental upgrades.
Yeah.
And when you have a big game, you get a good boost on points. But it's very unique. I've never seen anything like that.
Wow. So
Definitely for a sports game. I've never.
Yeah, I've never heard of romance in a sports game. That's
Yeah, he had a relationship with one of the media members. This chick. She was kind of cute. She was pretty cute.
Okay. So okay, you guys just in a relationship that just happened, or did you like choose that? How did that work?
No, you don't choose that. It's just a story mode.
It's just part of the story.
You choose it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and start talking about some news.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
All good.
So,
Oh
Sony
my God,
has
I should
released.
have the dock up, huh? I should probably
Yeah,
do
maybe.
that. Let me do that.
So Sony has revealed the PS5 controller called the DualSense.
Here's a picture of it when I get it right now, hopefully.
We're gonna put an image of it on the
Right there.
stream here in a second. There it is. It is white.
Shocking, to say the least, I would say. I say it's
Um,
shocking, dude.
It's interesting looking.
What's your gut
I-
reaction
it's,
when you first saw it? You're just like, what was your gut feeling? Your first thought?
I don't know. It kind of looks like a fancy Pro or You know, like those like third-party controllers that are sometimes have like a really weird design. That's what it kind of like struck out to me as.
That's what it reminds you of.
That's what's kind of just jumped out to me as. Like, I'm
Weird
not saying that
design.
it looked low quality or anything. It
That's
just
what it kind of like
that's just kind
struck
of
out to me
because
as.
it's just a very different design. They they definitely wanted to make it visually different at a glance. Like, there's
Yeah.
no, yeah.
What do you think, Sig?
I'm gonna have to go with Deep Hoodley on this one. My first reaction to it, it looks like Eve from Wally.
Eve from Wally, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It does look like Eve from Wally.
I don't know
That was also one
what
of my
it
first
is
thoughts.
about it. Yeah, it's bizarre looking.
I mean, they want the very futuristic look, kinda. You know, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, there's actually a
I've
lot
never
of
been a huge controller nerd, though. I mean, as long as it functions properly, it's all I care about.
Hmm.
yeah, there's a lot of new like a lot of new features in this thing actually.
All right,
So
well, give us
let's
the
go through
rundown.
some of that. Some of this I'll read like quoted from the PlayStation blog because they do summarize it pretty well, but others I'll just kind of bullet point it out because I don't want to read that whole thing.
Right.
It's not something I'm gonna do. So basically, one of the first things to notice is that it's two colors. That's huge difference. PlayStation has never had a two-tone colored scheme of any kind, really. I can think of or remember at all. So that's super different. Do you think this? Actually, I'll ask that question later. But yeah, so the colors are different. The light bar, actually, if you look at it, is super different. The light bar used to be on the kind of like face of the controller, kind of like over here. You can't see my cursor at all. So,
Uh-huh.
so that switched up. I kind of like how it's on the side of the touchpad. What do you guys think of that? Just kind of, I think it gives it like a cool look.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. How like the lights kind of peek through. I dig it.
Yeah, there's that. And hold on, I'm gonna shut off my phone real quick. Okay. So there's that, and let's see what else did I wrote down a bunch of stuff here. Oh, so this is actually a quote, a relative quote, paraphrase quote here from Sony themselves, PlayStation themselves. They said a sense of touch is important, so the controller has haptic feedback and adaptive left and right triggers to give the feeling of pulling a bow or driving on different surfaces. So
Right.
apparently, like, you'll feel tension and stuff in the triggers, and you'll feel different, like, terrain within the controller. That's kind of cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
I like that.
This is actually a direct quote from them because it sums up this part pretty well. So, the designers were able to draw lines of how the exterior of the controller would look and feel, with the challenge of making the controller feel smaller than it really looks. Because it does look kind of big, right? It looks a little bigger.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think they did that. The profile of it feels
It looks more. It looks
taller,
more
like an Xbox. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks more like an Xbox Pro. It has more of an Xbox controller profile, and to kind of hide that is why they did that white and the black to make it look like slimmer than it really is. But it looks very much like a Xbox profile.
In the end, they changed the angle of the hand triggers and also made some subtle updates to the grip. See, they also took thoughtful consideration into ways to maintain a strong battery life. That's super good because he has a rechargeable battery still, so that's nice. No double A's here. And to lessen the weight of the controller as much as possible as new features were added. So it sounds like they're really trying to make this thing comfortable as possible, even with their new fancy tech inside it, which definitely adds weight to the controller.
Right.
Strangely, I actually would have I prefer having the AA batteries.
Really?
Me too.
I don't.
Yeah, I prefer
Me
it because in a pinch you can just pop out the new ones and pop
What
the
do you
new
mean
one
in a
up.
pinch? Why aren't you charging your controller?
Well, because I'm human, I forget to charge a controller. Like,
Oh. Yeah.
I can't be
And
the only one in the world.
There's the option of adding the charge pack too.
There's the option of that. I mean, you don't lose. Basically, what I'm saying is, what do you gain by not having replaceable batteries?
Xbox actually talks about this because they were asked why the new controllers still use AA batteries.
Yeah.
And the reason they actually said because the community is like almost completely 50-50 split on it. Like some
Okay.
of them are like prefer it, with batteries like what you said because you can just easily swap in and out, or you
Well,
can
I'd like to ask Top Hat because
yeah.
he's against having
It just
swappable
seems like a
batteries. What?
hassle to me. I
What?
don't, I don't, I don't not forget to charge my controller. Like I don't know.
I
It just
don't
doesn't.
purchase batteries.
Oh. Because it's a hassle if you don't have rechargeable. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
then you have to
it's a
swap it out.
hassle to change batteries, I guess, and
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you mean.
yeah.
I see what you mean. But I mean, wouldn't think about what about why can't they have both? Why couldn't they have rechargeable batteries
I
with a
don't know.
USB port?
I don't know.
Right?
I'm not.
Give the
I'm not a
consumer
designer.
the option.
Yeah.
Or smart.
So the people who like to plug it in can plug it in, and for the people who want to swap it out can swap it out.
I don't know.
Save the
Maybe they had
planet by
to.
waste batteries.
I don't
That's my
know.
thought.
Do a. Maybe that was a constraint of some kind. I don't know. I have no idea.
Interesting.
But continuing on here, we have the share button actually is gone, replaced, they say, by the create button, which actually, Sig, you know how you were talking about how there should be a button where you could just stream instantly, pretty much. This kind of alludes to that. They didn't really give any details on the create button, but a lot of people are speculating that when you hit that, it'll just bring you right to some sort of editing suite of some kind with a bunch of tools, and you just immediately can clip something, start streaming, or like take
Well,
videos or something like that. So I
it
think it's gonna
sounds
be an
like
evolution of the share button.
it sounds like it merges, yeah, the share button with like a and just kind of gives it more features because it does have the ability to stream right to Twitch if you have it linked. If you just push the share button and then start the stream.
Yeah,
So
so
it
maybe
sounds
this
like
will
they just
be
added more features to it, like
yeah.
capturing, say like, oh, I want to capture the next 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's cool though. I think that's on the left as well. The options button is still kind of where it is. It's just a different
Yeah.
logo, I think. Another thing that's definitely different is the face button's colors are missing. They are not. They are not there. Excuse me. They are all kind of the same, just same color.
Yeah. And they're kind of transparent, looks like.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it looks like to me. And the actual
Interesting.
home button is the PlayStation logo itself, and not like a circular button with the logo on it. It's the logo is the button, which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it's like how they do on Xbox and stuff. The it looks like there's a button below the PlayStation,
Yeah, there's
but
actually it
do you know
actually
what that is?
has a built-in microphone array, so you can chat with friends without headphones. So
Oh,
basically,
so that's like a mute
yeah,
or something like
that's a mute button. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is.
Okay.
And what do you guys think about that? I think that's kind of cool actually to have a microphone in there. They do say if you want to chat for a long time, a headset's good to have. But like if you want to have a quick conversation or like jump in, jump out, like you can do that easily.
I think it's pretty neat. Like, say you're just playing online with randoms, you're not playing with your friends or anything, so you're like, oh, I'm not going to bother with the getting the headset out. And, someone says something to you, you can just respond real quick without having to get your headset out. That's pretty neat. I like that. I don't know,
I
like,
agree.
how often it'd be useful, but I feel like it's a nice thing to have if it's there.
I agree.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's a kind of unique, and there will be a headphone jack. You can't see it here, but there will be one that is confirmed. There is a headphone jack, so that's pretty nice too, just to have that
Hmm.
option.
Yeah. It'd be, yeah, don't get rid of aux cords. Only one genius company is going to do that.
Only one, except for everyone else that follows them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Deep Pudi on the chat says if the mic is anything like the Kinect from Xbox, it's going to be toxic.
Oh,
What was
yeah.
what's the story behind that?
So, when the Xbox One first like came out, you're aware of the Xbox One has like voice function features, like
Mhm.
Xbox do this, Xbox do that, and so people would change their names, other gamer tags, to be like Xbox turn off or Xbox go home or whatever like that, and then they would do stuff to purposefully get people to scream out their name, like block them in like Call of Duty or something like that, or camp them or whatever, to get people to do these things, and then it would
Okay.
just be funny because like people would get pissed off. It's like, I keep getting fucking killed by Xbox turn off, and then they're like, such and such player signed out of the game. So it's
That is
like-
pretty funny. That is pretty funny.
Yeah, and so I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but that's one of the things that happened with the Kinect. It's pretty funny. I've played with some people
That is funny.
that had a name similar to that.
That's funny.
So yeah.
Okay.
I'd be like, you know what? You got me. That's funny.
Or
got me.
if you just say like, hey, it was like, hey Xbox, because if you said like, hey Xbox, an overlay would come up over your screen, like over your game, and your Xbox would be like, what can I help you with? Like Siri.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it would just totally fuck everything up.
Yeah.
It's really, really
Oh,
funny.
a rare compliment to Apple. They do that correctly. When you say "Hey Siri," it actually detects your voice. It differentiates between your voice and anybody else's voice, which
Yeah.
I think Google's still trying to catch up with their Androids to detect the "Hey Google."
Yeah,
They're
Or
I
trying.
"Hey Google."
that is been a good thing about iPhones. I've noticed is that they're really good. Siri's really good at recognizing if I'm actually talking to her
Right.
or if I'm just saying something that sounds like "Hey Siri."
Yes.
Because like like I actually turned the voice function feature off of my Xbox One like within the first year of having it
Uh-huh.
because I would just say something all the time. Just you say something that sounds like the word box, and then your game's fucked. So I turned that off. Yeah, but I've only had the issue very rare occasion with Siri.
Mhm.
Yeah, they should definitely they take some pointers from them.
Yeah.
But
Well, Alexa messed me up too. I had to change it to uh, what do we call her? Echo. We called her
Echo.
Echo. Yeah, because Alexa was always confusing. Every time I called my daughter Eliza, it always boom. I'm like, stop.
Not you.
Yeah.
It's like, just
All right.
love me. No.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then so let's see what else is new about this controller right here. The triggers look a little different as well. They look a little bigger, which is nice, I think.
fat.
And there's actually let's see here, what are we doing? There's a quote here from Jim Ryan himself, actually, and it's actually pretty interesting because it gives you a little insight into what's going to happen in the next few months. So this is what he says. He says, DualSense marks a radical departure from our previous controller offerings and captures just how strongly we feel about making a generational leap with the PlayStation 5. Okay? Agree. The new controller, along with the many other innovative features in PS5, will be transformative for games. To the PlayStation community, I truly want to thank you for sharing this exciting journey with us as we head towards PS5's launch in 2020. So reconfirming that it's not going to be delayed, that's cool. We look forward to sharing more information about the PS5, including console design in the coming months. So that's pretty cool. Do you think the console will look like this? Do you think this is indicative of the console's look?
I'd be pretty
Yeah.
disappointed if it wasn't. Like,
There needs to be continuity. It can't look
Like,
like it was
that'd
designed
be-
by two
It's
different
like
teams.
red. It's like red or
like,
green.
it's like black and very plain looking and stuff. That would be that. Yeah, that's not good.
What do you think it'll mostly look like, though? Do you think it'll be mostly black with some white? Because this one's mostly white with some black.
I think it'll have large white panels, and then it'll have like a subset of black, and then like a blue light trim. That's what I
A
think.
blue light trim. That would look cool.
Yeah,
That would look
that's
really
what I'm
cool,
thinking.
actually.
It look like Eve,
It would
basically.
look exactly like Eve.
Yeah.
Actually,
But,
there's another picture here that I have of it all in black, and it looks very good. Actually, I think it looks a little bit better, actually.
Honestly, it looks the ergonomics of it, like the form factor, looks a lot more like an Xbox controller. Just like the size of the handles and just
Yeah.
how generally it just looks more comfortable to hold. Like that was my biggest peeve
So
about
that's what it
PlayStation
looks like in all
controllers.
black.
I don't know what it is. There's something about it I don't like.
Like
It looks,
I just
it looks disjointed for some reason. There's something about it that just looks off. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I'm not a designer, but I know what I feel, and it doesn't.
I know what I feel, and that's not right.
It looks like a cheap generic controller that you'd see when you can't afford to buy the genuine brand, the OEM brand.
Really?
That's
what I
I
was-
think it looks futuristic.
Something
I think
about it looks
expensive.
cheap.
That's what I'm saying. Like the third-party controllers are usually like really over-designed and like
Yeah, there's
cool
something-
looking. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Like not
You know what I
necessarily it is cheap,
Yes, it
but
just
the way
looks,
that it makes
Ah.
me feel when I look at it,
There's
Really,
something
I
off-putting
didn't
about
get
it.
that. I didn't get that. That feeling.
I want to
What about
punch
the
the
black?
controller
Do you
in
think
its
do you think
face.
the black makes it look a little better? The black isn't like officially by Sony. This is just a mock-up, but I think it does look cool.
Nah.
No,
If
you
I
don't
were
like
to get
it?
one, it'd be the white one. I'm not a fan of the black. I don't know.
Really?
It
Okay.
angers me.
It angers me.
Something about it looks cheap.
Me and Sig are on the same page. But like, oh, do something about this controller. It really pisses me off. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is, but
You know what? They couldn't even sprinkle colors on the buttons anymore. I don't know. There's something about it. It's like it feels like they cut corners on it somewhere. Like
They cut
ugh.
corners somehow.
I don't
wanted
know.
to make it. They just like kidnapped somebody from like, Apple Designs. Like, here, make a controller, and so they just make what they're used to making.
Right.
I mean,
Sleek, featureless
there's a lot of
things.
really cool mock-ups. Like
Something about it looks cheap. No, but I mean, yeah, it's a cool controller. It's
Yes.
yeah,
Like
it's
specs wise and all that, but it just doesn't look like.
definitely is
I gotta
an
have one of them.
improvement. Like I said, just on the form factor, it's definitely an improvement
Yeah.
based off the old controller because I hated holding the old controller.
I don't know, man. Is the old controller really like that bad? Like
It's just
really
like
not-
I don't know when you use like Xbox
I feel like it's really not
and like
that.
I don't know, maybe it's
It
because
is
I
kinda
grew
short
up with
here.
Xbox, but it's just like the size. Here, I have an Xbox controller right here.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like the way that the Xbox controller feels.
Yep.
It just feels better.
It does have that.
And
Like,
I
this
just don't know
part.
what it's just like. It feels fuller in my hands. Like it's like pushes back. It's like it's an object. It's an operating tool. Whereas like the other one's
Yeah,
like
I think the
it's like a controller
handles
for
are a
like
little short.
I don't know,
so
like
that's good. I think this part is a little. It's a little short.
I don't even know.
But
just think
I do like it. I like it. I think it looks cool.
professionals have standards.
I love my controller. I love my controller.
Hasn't changed in 30 years. Yeah, so that's
All right.
that's pretty much all the info about the controller. There is I did hear that it could detect your sweat because of that patent, but I didn't hear anything official about it, which I doubt. So because it would be like a $200 controller. So
I wouldn't be about that.
I wouldn't really be about that either.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing with this information? Leave me alone. My hands are sweaty. Fuck up.
They just ship you like fucking washcloths like every month.
It's just like, hey, your hands get really sweaty when you play games. Like, fuck off. Leave me alone. It's a condition.
It's a condition.
So yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Well,
the controller.
there
That's
it
the
is.
big news,
Here's the
really.
controller. That's the big news.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think it looks cool. I like it.
Agreed.
Disagree.
And we talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake, which released today. It got an 8 on IGN. GameSpot gave it a 10. Metacritic is to be decided.
Oh, let me see.
Game
Look it up right
Informer.
now.
Game
Ah,
Informer gave it an 8.75,
Sig left the
and
call.
Easy Allies gave it a 9.
It's got
Sig left the
87.
call. He's
Whoa.
back.
What was
What
that?
happened?
that was super
I don't
strange.
know.
He was
I think
so
I lost
offended by
internet.
the
He's
controller
back.
that he left.
Whoa.
I don't know what it is. Something about the controller pisses me off, man.
Just quit.
Sign off. It's ugly.
I'm done.
Fuck this controller. All right, so
It's got
Metacritic
87 on
87.
Metacritic.
87
Which is pretty
Metacritic
good,
so
but
far.
I thought it would be
Oh,
higher. I thought
okay.
it would be in the, like 92, 93s. That's what I thought it would be.
Expected like high 80s, low 90s. Yeah, that's kind of the range. So Sounds good. We're going to be playing it some more. We'll let you know more about what we think about it
Definitely gonna be playing it.
once we have more hours into it. As far as the length of the game, do you know how long it's supposed to be?
I've heard
I'm
in
guessing it's going to be pretty big.
multiple reviews it was like 35 hours, which is much shorter than I thought it was gonna be.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that just like mainlining everything, or is that?
I don't know. Skillup said it took him about 35, and he did a majority of the side
Okay.
content.
Guessing there's a lot of side content. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's just like a lot of
Huh.
the reviews were just
I
saying
was expecting more.
yeah, like you're pretty much an eco terrorist in this game, by the way. Like that's what you are.
Yeah.
You're like blowing up power
Yeah.
plants. You're not really a good person. I don't know. It's very
Yeah, but he's an
tough.
eco-terrorist. He's trying to
It's
save the
okay. It's
planet.
okay. It's okay when we
Trying to
have a
save the planet.
justification that's bigger than yourself. Whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
exactly. That's the
But
whole point.
there's like
This
side
company
quests.
is literally killing the planet. Anyways.
Yeah, but there's like side quests where you're just like, all right, let's do it. Let's go do the objective that we're doing. And then like this little girl's like, can you help me find my cat? And you're like, what? No, no, I'm
Oh,
not gonna
okay.
do that. Like
So they're kind
it's
of
like
like
stupid
side
JRPG
quests.
side quests.
Yeah, like side quests and like Astral Chain and shit. Where
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
hey, go pick up 20 cans of litter. You know, like,
yeah. And you're just like,
like
aren't I supposed to be like saving the world right now? Like what?
yeah.
what-
So they're like, don't you have somebody else you could be doing this?
you have literally anybody else that can help you with this. But
So
yeah, so that I'm not super looking forward to, but whatever, get through it.
another big game this week, Valorant. We talked about it a little while back, a couple weeks ago when it was announced. Is this like
Damn, the art looks sick. I'm gonna try and pull a picture
CS:GO?
here
It's
real
like
quick.
CS:GO and Overwatch together, or CS:GO and Paladins, or whichever class-based shooter you like. Just put that in with CS:GO, and then boom, there you go. So Valorant's closed beta has been in full swing. It's absolutely dominating Twitch. I know that your brother Aaron mentioned that he went on Twitch and that's all he saw was Valorant,
Hmm.
and yeah, that's why. It's because basically the beta started on the 7th, which was Tuesday. You have to, in order to get into the beta, you have to register, obviously, make an account with Riot, link your Twitch account, and then you have to just start watching Twitch streams in order to obtain a key, which is why Twitch has
It's
been
literally,
blowing
like,
up with
forced-
Valorant.
It's like
because
forced advertising.
if you want to play the game, you have to watch people play it. And so, where do you watch people play it? On Twitch. So that's why it's been blowing up. I mean, like every single one of them on Twitch has got thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers. Um, if you're coming to check us out on Twitch, you're probably gonna have to click past it to get to us.
Yeah.
So, but basically, the only way to actually get one of these keys is to watch one of these
Oh my
streams
God.
after you've done all the registering and linking and stuff. These keys are only given out on certain times. It's not 100% clear on what times they were to be given out. Like for example, on the 8th, on Wednesday, they were available after 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for example. So they're not available 24 hours, and you can only obtain a key from a stream that is tagged drops enabled. It'll literally say drops enabled in the tag on Twitch. And if you watch those, if you did all the other steps, then you have a chance of getting a Valorant beta key.
This is
I still
very
haven't gotten one.
interesting marketing.
I've been watching streams like a little bit every day since the 7th, trying to get it. I still haven't gotten it yet. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get in before they end the beta. There's no set date on when they'll end the beta. So far, it's going to be going on for at least a week. That is I forgot what his
Well, that's
name
nice.
was. Sorry, that's what somebody from Riot actually said. It will be going on for at least a week, but likely longer. So, yeah, that's it. If you've gotten into the Valorant beta, let us know how it is and drop me a key so I can play, dude. Because I'm trying to get
I've
in
heard
this game.
it's very much like CS:GO. Like 90% of it is like CS:GO, and then like the other 10% is like the powers and the different
That's
stuff.
what I was like. I was watching it, and it was a lot like CS:GO, just with how it's played. And the main difference is you have powers and stuff. So it's literally CS:GO, but you have abilities. You have like 3 abilities and like an ultimate or whatever. And so I'm guessing it's going to be similar to like how it is with every hero-based shooter or whatever. So like there's like a passive ability that's specific to you, and then you have like an active ability, a dash ability, and like an ultimate or something. So something like that. Usually it's like a traversal ability, a damage, a support ability, and an ultimate ability. So
Okay.
that's what's been dominating Twitch right now. I'm interested. I want to play it. And hopefully Riot can give me a key, please. Thank you.
As you're watching this
Um,
riot.
yeah, Riot. I know you're watching. Yeah. Let's see. There's Inside Xbox Place on Tuesday. There's some highlights. This came to us from Kotaku.
Yeah, there's like
There's
two
a
things.
sea of yeah.
Before
There's
before we leave the topic on
yeah.
Valorant, how do you
Yes.
guys feel about that creative marketing strategy?
I like it.
I think it's pretty smart. I think it was pretty smart. And honestly, it's not really. I don't see as that as it's not really I don't see it as really screwing anybody over. It's kind of like a win for everybody kind of a thing, you know, because
Yeah.
they're at this strategy of publicizing their game. As a streamer, as a content creator, if you get beta access, you're likely gonna blow up,
Mhm.
or at least for the week, you know. And like, I mean, so and I don't know, it's a pretty creative way. It builds up hype around the game because it's not just like let's release a trailer, let's release a teaser, let's release a gameplay trailer. It's just like here's the game, go watch people play it and try to play it.
Right.
So
Good job, Riot. I'm in agreement with you.
I'm about it. I
guys.
like it. I think it's a good
it's
idea.
very cool.
I like it.
And I think it's likely we'll see more stuff like this in the future, honestly, with games similar to this, you know, where there's like a free to play online game.
Why did it take so long for somebody to come up with that? That's
I don't know. It's
cool, right?
It's pretty. It's pretty smart. I don't think someone should have came up with it sooner. Definitely.
Yeah.
I like the art. I like the art of this, like, this look. I like this look.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
It's weird. They're like super powered mercenary or something like that. I don't really know what the premise of the game is.
Who cares?
I just know that it's literally exactly like CS, except you have powers. Everything else,
Like, you even have to stop
like if
and
you take the
shoot,
powers
like-
out, it's just like a CS mod.
Yeah, you have to stop and shoot and everything. Like,
Yeah, everything. But anyways, we were talking about the Inside Xbox. There was some news that came out. Next Sea of Thieves update lays anchor on April 22nd, and Grounded, Obsidian's new game, goes to Xbox Game Preview on July 28th. Do you know anything about Grounded, Eric?
yeah, it's like imagine like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but like survival. So like you're like super small and like you're in like a sandbox and stuff and like fighting ants and
Really?
stuff like that. Yeah, it looks okay. It's all right.
Interesting that you made a Honey I Shrunk the Kids reference. I'm gonna
'Cause that's what
segue
everyone-
into
'cause that's
something
what everyone
else.
says. That's how everyone describes that game.
That's very interesting. That's wow. Okay, so well, I'll use that to segue then. A Polish studio named Glob Games has announced a game called Micro Man coming out for next-gen consoles, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It seems like it's going to be kind of like an open-world adventure-style game where you play as a man that was shrunk due to an accident in a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style.
No way! I didn't think of. I didn't.
So it's
even
like
see that.
things, right?
I didn't even see
Two
that.
games where you play as like a shrunken person in like a normal world. So yeah, in this game, like they showed some trailer where you're like you fight against like giant rats or ants with like a fork or some shit, like using a fork as a spear, and then like you try not to get stepped on. There's like crazy platforming, like you just hold on to a leaf and you glide around and stuff. It looks very interesting. You're like a worker, you know, at this like experimental science lab, and you accidentally like fell into the shrink ray thing. I don't fucking know. Something bizarre like that, you know. But that was just weird that you said the exact same thing about Grounded. So
Yeah, because that's what everyone says about it. Like that's what everyone describes.
was
it
Grounded
as.
supposed to be like a
It's
a
from
multiplayer?
Obsidian, so
Was it supposed to be like a multiplayer game?
I do not know.
You don't know.
I do not know.
Because it doesn't seem like this Micro Man is. But anyways,
I do
just
not know.
funny there. IGN has announced a Summer of Gaming event in lieu of E3. So IGN has promises the event to be filled with publisher presentations, pre and post discussions, remote developer interviews, hands-on demos, preview impressions, gameplay, and news segments highlighting the biggest announcements of the event. Some of the publishers, including are 2K, Square Enix, Sega, Bandai Namco, Amazon, and Stadia. So I guess it's going to be kind of like a virtual E3 thing,
Kind of, yeah. That's
hosted
what,
by IGN,
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering. I think this is a
like
good
a virtual
idea.
convention.
Yeah, I think this is a good idea to do because everyone's
You want to
missing
keep
out
the
on like high-end game information because E3 is not there. So I think it's a good idea.
yeah, and I mean, you just want to keep the company moving too. You want to stop. You don't want to, you don't want to send people home
No,
or
no.
do stuff like that. So, gotta give people jobs to do, and I think it's a good idea. So,
Excuse me.
let's see. Oh, there was some.
Yeah, nothing really much to say about that. Just
Yeah.
all right.
There was some little bit more controversial news because Twitch streamers and pro gamers can't seem to behave.
Oh my God.
So
I wonder why. You
I
mean
wonder
money
why. Is it
changes
because
a
they
person?
are famous, I guess. I don't know. So this is a huge YouTuber and Twitch streamer. This guy goes by the name of Rice Gum. He has been banned from Twitch following some partial nudity, and that was shown during one of his streams. Apparently, he was streaming. For those of you who don't know, he's a big-time YouTuber. I think it's where he got his start.
Yeah.
He was making like diss tracks. That's kind of like one of the big things that he does. He actually made it to like a top 100 list for one of his diss tracks about Jake Paul. Like a legit top 100 track, like not like a YouTube's top 100 or whatever.
Like Billboard. Like
Yeah, like
actual
like
ranking?
Billboard. Yeah, like
Whoa.
I was like, okay, yeah, this guy's just like a random YouTuber who makes diss tracks about other influencers or YouTubers, and it made a top 100. Weird, but he got an immediate ban from Twitch. Apparently, he was streaming with two women this week, and one of them showed their butt during the stream. And I don't know if it was
Casual.
plans, based off of the description of what happened. He like noticed what happened like while he was streaming. He was like, oh shit. He went to go like cut off the feed. So it's likely that it wasn't something that he planned, but Twitch doesn't know.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't know that.
Twitch has a no tolerance policy about nudity on stream. If you show nudity on stream, you're done. So that's kind of what happened. So he's going to be appealing and I guess trying to get the ban lifted.
Yeah,
and then yeah, Twitch is not super forgiving. And then there is an Overwatch Pro who was in the news recently. Overwatch Pro goes by the name of Muffin, Mouffin, had his contract with Boston Uprising, which was one of the major Overwatch League teams, which is the Boston Uprising. Had his contract terminated this week due to sexual harassment allegations brought up by Khaleesi BB, who was another big influencer. He's been getting a lot of heat for allegedly communicating with underage girls, soliciting nudes from these girls, and for being generally creepy with women. According to a story where he would inappropriately touch some girls at an Airbnb they were staying at during TwitchCon. Muffin has recently uploaded an apology video claiming he will use his time to work on himself and prepare for his alleged arranged marriage.
Okay.
According to him, the reason for
to say.
yeah, right. According to him, the reason for his aggression going after a lot of these girls was because he has this arranged marriage arranged by his parents that he wants to avoid, and so he wanted to try and find a partner.
So he sexually harasses people instead?
I mean, I guess he confused being aggressive with being like super creepy. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know where he learned that. Like if you touch a girl inappropriately without her consent, she'll like you more. I don't know where they learned that.
Imagination land, dude. Like
I guess that was the idea that he had. So that's what he is that was the reason that he gave. He's just like, this is why I did it. I'm not saying it's a good reason, but this is why I did it.
He's like, I don't know.
And
I don't
we're
know this
like,
is bad. I thought it
okay,
was
so
fine.
whatever. Yeah. Like I said, they can't stay out of the news.
So ridiculous.
Every week, there's always some sort of.
Someone got banned. Someone
Yeah.
got sexual harassment. Someone did something stupid. Someone has an apology. But you just look up. Just go to Twitch or YouTube. Look up apology video every week, and you'll find a new one.
You're by
Some
the way,
famous person.
you mentioned that Rice Gum. I had to look it up. I'm like, did this dude really crack the Billboard Top 100? He did. He
Yeah.
did the week of September 9th in 2017. He hit number 80, and he was on there for a week.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
really,
crazy.
yeah.
That's
Dude,
impressive.
That's honestly
impressive.
really hype. Yeah, like
Yeah, I think when he made it, I don't think he intended it. I don't think he intended to be on Billboard radar. It was just
No
for
way.
his YouTube.
It was just for his content for YouTube.
Yeah.
So he just
Just
makes these
mess with it.
videos, and then
That's impressive.
somebody found it and was like, "Yo, this song slaps, dude," and they
Yo,
put it
this
on the
is
top
good.
100.
But like, with regards to that, like Twitch is live, so once there's something that's bannable happens, once he recognizes it and he kills it, they should kind of. It is live. It's live TV. I mean, there's a lot of stuff has happened on live TV.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you know,
With the bigger guys, you know, you can't
nip
stop
slips
live.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not really a whole lot he personally
Perfect.
knew about
That's
it.
perfect, JD. The Janet Jackson nip slip
The nip
at a
slip,
Super
yeah.
Bowl. I mean, you
the
can't
biggest,
stop.
the biggest stage, pretty much. One
Right.
of the biggest
Right.
stages.
No matter how much preparation you go into it, it's live. You can't control what people are gonna do.
No.
He might.
So I think he'll get
yeah.
out of it.
I think he'll get a pass on
out
it.
of it. But I didn't want to talk too much about this. So that's why I didn't do shit tons of research into it.
Yeah.
But I did see that there was some things about some other stuff that he did in the past, and apparently he's just done like some shitty stuff. And I think that some people were just after him. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. But I guess for the outside of him specifically, like if somebody was to walk around behind me naked, they didn't realize I was on the stream live. They're like, oh, shut it off.
You just
Yeah.
like you just
Is that
cover up the
bannable?
camera,
Like,
you
is
just
that
stand in front of the
grounds for
camera.
being banned at Twitch?
See, I feel like
Mistake, you know, it's like an accident.
it's a mistake. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe they would ban you for like a day, but then you just like you just appeal to them and just like explain what happened and be
Yeah.
like, hey, we cut the stream off, we deleted the video so people can't watch it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Totally, like the
It's just
sign
like
on my door fell off. Like
It's like
ah.
show us your proof that you didn't mean to do that. It's like just look at the video, dude. Like, does it look like I knew this
Yeah.
was gonna happen?
Yeah. I see. I think I think out of the two of those, I think that he could definitely get out with it. This guy, he was terminated from Boston Uprising. They didn't even they went on Twitter and like, you're done.
They won't even hear him out.
Yeah, it's like they don't want any kind of allegations glued to their brand. So
Deep Poodley. Oh, he brings up a good he brings up a good point on the chat. He says that Twitch uses these situations to make an example out of people.
it makes sense. I mean,
So don't try anything. Behave, boys, behave.
behave. Yeah, behave. No, we need to do something crazy, Sig. To get us to blow up. We can do something crazy.
Throw your chair out the window or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just something crazy. So, anyways, that's all we have for our little bits section. We do have some rapid fire news. We'll go through it rapid fire like because that's what we're supposed to do.
Rapidly.
Apex Legends has a new event called the Old Ways, which is live now. It's come to us from Dot Esports. There's new skins, new like these trial events where like basically you go through and you perform these like I don't even know, these trials against like in-game mobs, like aren't players, they're just like little critters, little creatures and stuff like that. And you kill all the creatures and then you unlock this like tomb where there's like high-ranking weapons in it. This is shit you do like during your game, like during a match. Also, duos are returning permanently to Apex Legends. They did have duos for a while, and then they removed it. And a lot of people didn't like that because a lot of people really like the duos, but they took it out. But now duos are back, and they're here to stay this time. No Man's Sky just keeps getting more crazy content. Surprisingly, they really pulled it out with this game. Actually,
They really
pulled it. They
dug
pulled themselves out of a
like
dark place.
one of the worst holes I've ever seen.
Yeah. Now they've added, this game has been successful for the past year and a half or so, and it just keeps getting more and more. They added in these like mech, these giant robots that you can get inside and like walk around on planets and stuff like that, and they can like protect you from hazardous environments, or you can use them to, you know, kill things. I guess I don't really know. I don't think there's any combat really in No Man's Sky.
No, I think there is. It's
I
just not a
I
focus.
think it's just like, yeah, I think it's like you can kill things if you want to, but the main objective is to discover things and mine materials and fly around and stuff. Let's see. Amazon mentions that their video game streaming service, Project Temp,
Is it temp?
the
Did I
service.
wrote temp? Or it's supposed
So
to be
she wrote
tempo?
is Temp.
Oh.
Tempo.
It's either temp or
That
tempo.
makes
It's one of
more
those
sense.
two.
Yeah, something like that. The service was meant to go into beta this year, but COVID-19 had delayed it until 2021. Their new MMO, New World, has been delayed from from May to fall, sorry, due to the virus as well. Um,
Interesting.
so that
Amazon
sucks.
with their own video game streaming service. Man, 2021 is. Do you even think Stadia is going to be around in 2021, or is Amazon just going to be like, all right, well, that was easy. Like Stadia is gone now. I guess we'll just kind of walk in. I mean, they still have XCloud to worry about, sure, but
I think Google's
this is
just going to
Amazon.
pioneer
Like,
it, but then it's just going to get beaten out by everybody else.
yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen any footage of that game, New World, recently. It looks wild, like way
Yeah,
different than what
I've
we
seen
saw.
it. Yeah, the one. Then is that the same game that we played,
Yeah,
or that I played?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It looks a lot more like a fantasy
Looks
RPG
like
now.
Diablo, kind of.
Whereas like before it looked like Ark or
Yeah, it's
like
very weird,
or
very strange.
Rust or something where you're just going around and mining materials and building up your whatever. So it looks like they've I don't know if that was always the original intent, but it was definitely really strange. Uh, let's see. The ESA sets dates for June 15th to the 17th to host E3 2021 and will be reimagined. So a reimagined E3.
We'll see about
Whatever the
that.
fuck that
We'll
means.
see if E3 is even around next year.
Whatever that means. CD Projekt Red will release a full-blown next-gen version of Cyberpunk 2077 for the Series X after the console launches.
Yeah, I heard
This
about
will
that.
be a free upgrade to anybody who purchased the game for the current generation. This has actually only been officially confirmed with Xbox so far. We don't know anything about the PS5 yet. I can't see why they wouldn't, but maybe they have to
Mm,
jump through some extra hoops with Sony. It's unsure. But the CD Projekt Red did specifically mention Xbox, but still says that they're waiting on PS5 or Sony.
that's cool. I think
Um,
that game will greatly benefit from next gen consoles compared to the ones that we have now.
Definitely.
So cool. It's
And
also not delayed as well. They said it was on
not
track.
delayed.
So this is good.
This is
Something to look
good.
forward to.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there was that game Godfall. Do you want to talk about this one?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I found this from PlayStation themselves, actually. It's PlayStation Magazine. Basically, Godfall is a PS5 exclusive that's going to come out, rumored to come out with the PS5 console itself. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
But it's got some cool details I thought were interesting. Basically, combat is influenced from Monster Hunter and Dark Souls and rewards aggression and skill based timing. This is good news. This is what I like to
Okay.
hear.
I like that.
There is co op, there is classes, there is customization, and the loot is similar to Monster Hunter and Destiny. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. The story is
Interesting.
influenced by the Stormlight Archive, which is a high fantasy novel series. I've not looked into that yet. I probably will just because, I mean, that's a cool name. Like Stormlight Archive. That sounds cool.
Archive. I've
But
never heard of that.
this is cool because they did show off in-game footage in the Game Awards, or at Game Awards, I should say, and it looked really cool. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to kind of get more details on like a PlayStation 5 game or something. Does this like interest you at all? Monster Hunter and Dark Souls combat put together? That sounds interesting.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested in seeing just from what they've shown so far. It looks like it's gonna be really cool. Yeah. I'm interested in it. I want it.
It'd be cool if
I'm ready for it.
since it's PS5, it can have all these adaptive triggers and feedbacks and stuff. If say you get hit like on your right side, the right side of your controller like vibrates or signals you that it's like, oh man, you got hit on your right side, or like it can kind of tell the vibrations to go somewhere based on your player. That would be cool. It'd be really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, that would be cool. And then let's see. I think we got one
there's
rumor.
one super quick thing. All digital pre-orders of The Last of Us 2 and Iron Man VR will be automatically refunded because of the delay. So that's cool. That's cool that Sony's just like, here's your money. Like, we're not gonna deal with this right now. Just take
Right.
it. So that tells me
That's
that
good.
these delays might not, or may be more significant than I originally thought.
Yeah, not just like an extra month, but it could be for a while.
Yeah, which is kind of upsetting, because like I want to play that freaking game so bad, but people have to be safe and stay inside.
Yeah.
And wash your damn hands.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I mean
And,
that's
you have one rumor.
yeah. There's no deals, which is crazy. Like
Yeah, I didn't see
that I found. Did you see any deals,
any
Sid?
crazy deal or anything.
No,
Huh?
no.
That's pretty wild because that's usually not the case.
Let me check our homepage for our website.
Okay.
That's the best place to find deals. FPSguys.com.
Nothing.
That's right.
So you can get No Man's Sky for half off on Steam.
Okay.
Sekiro is
Alright.
35% off on Steam.
Okay, that's something. That's something right
Code-
there.
Code Vein's 40% off.
Nah.
The Hitman series is up to 84% off. Gears 5 is half off.
Yo, there's a shortage. There's a shortage in silver, and silver is actually an important component for the electronics. I will not be surprised. In fact, I'll go out on a limb. And I think they're going to be delayed. I don't think we're going to get them
This year.
holiday 2020. No,
You
I don't think
next
so.
gen consoles are going to be delayed because
I think they're going to be delayed
silver shortage.
because there's a silver shortage.
When
Yep.
do you think when do you
Interesting.
think they'll come out if they're delayed? Like maybe first quarter of next year?
It depends on how long the shortage will last, because a lot of people have been buying up the actual silvers. So what's happening was it's getting on both sides, the supply and the demand, because the mining operations have been shut down due to this pandemic. So they're not mining any more new material, and people were just buying up whatever was in stock. So I don't know. However long it's gonna last is, until that backlog gets freed up. I don't see it hitting their. I don't see them hitting their
Hitting holiday
release
2020.
dates.
So with
Yeah.
the pandemic, people started panic buying silver.
I don't know that it's panic buying. I think it's more just they were just kind of getting out of some of the paper assets and trying to just back it up with tangible.
Okay.
And in doing so, I mean, there was more of a demand than usual. You combine that with the mining companies being shut down, and I mean, the usual sites that you can go to buy, silver bars are all sold out.
Really?
All sold out since the beginning of March. They've been sold out.
Damn.
It hasn't. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll be surprised. I mean, if they don't, that means they've already bought it. They bought the materials a while back. So
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm just making a prediction. Just out there. Just throwing it out there.
It's just gonna happen.
That's interesting because the controller was just shown off on Tuesday, and then the CEO of PlayStation just said like holiday 2020, like we're still on track. I'm like, okay, dude, you must know a lot more.
Like I
than
said,
us.
it's completely possible if they've already bought all the materials that they need and they just got to put it together, right? But if they haven't bought silver yet, I don't know how they're gonna get silver. How they're gonna get their hands on silver, which is by the way, if y'all don't know, silver is the most conductive material on Earth. So a lot of CPUs,
Electronics and stuff.
transistors, all of that, all the electronics rely on silver as a major component. So if they've already got it, it wouldn't affect their release date. But if they haven't got a hold of it yet, I don't know how they're gonna get a hold of it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. All right, you heard it here, folks.
Does
Silver.
make sense. Silver is the main cause. That'd be so crazy if Jim Ryan, CEO of PlayStation, comes out and it's like, oh man, that Silver really killed us this year.
I don't think he'll
Wow.
say that. I don't think he would say Silver. But if you hear whispers of them saying their supply chain disruptions,
Due to supply constraints or
yes,
production
yes,
constraints or something like
Logistics
that.
of any kind.
yes,
Yeah, some
Yep.
kind of logistic excuse.
Yep.
Could be.
that's what they're gonna say. They won't come out and say, oh, it's Silver. Like no. But
You can only have a
Specifically
PS5
named
console
just Silver.
plus this many grams of silver. That's all I got. Sorry.
Yep.
It's what it is. Okay. Rumor. Let's talk about a rumor real quick,
Ooh,
and then
yeah.
we will end the show. There's been a rumor about a possible Fable 4 reveal going to be happening next week. Have you ever played Fable before, either of you?
I know of it, but I have not played it.
You ever played Fable on the Xbox 6?
Nope.
You guys are
Nope.
missing out. It was a great game. So I don't exactly know where this rumor came from. It's just so like a lot of Xbox fans are talking about it, and they're like, "We're gonna get a Fable reveal next week." Why do you think that? I don't fucking know.
It's like the
Some Xbox
what?
fans feel it's likely to see more news about Fable 4 as a launch title for the Series X soon. This traces back to a leak, but it was in June of last year. Everyone seems to think that Fable 4 will be the next-gen launch title for the Xbox, and so I guess because PlayStation is starting to talk more about like what launch is going to look like, I guess Xbox wants to do that too.
I doubt
Talk about
Fable
what
will
kind
be
of
at launch.
content is going to be coming out for launch. So that is the rumor so we'll see some kind of like Fable trailer or reveal or something next week, and maybe it'll be a launch title, but it's hard to say. Fable's been kind of, Fable's old now, man. I mean, the current generation of gamers probably hasn't even played it. Or the younger generation of gamers, I guess, probably hasn't even played it.
Nah, it was back on the OG Xbox.
Yeah, and then the latest one, the Fable 3 came out on the 360. So it's been a while.
That'd be cool.
But
I would play
who
it.
knows? I like Fable. I'm always down to play more Fable.
Like
It's a
a
really good
next
game.
gen Fable. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So could be seeing that. That was the only real rumor I saw. Anyways,
Yeah, I didn't see too much other stuff here. Is there anything else you guys wanna talk about before we
oh,
end
you can
here?
get the Hitman 2 Gold Edition on Steam for $20. It's usually $100.
What? That's probably a pretty good deal. Too bad I don't really like Hitman too much.
I guess the Gold Edition just comes with like all the things,
all
All
of the
the-
missions.
all the missions. I guess, yeah,
Oh, because it is episodic. That's right.
yeah.
That's
I might jump
episodic.
on that actually. I like Deadman.
So yeah, $20. It's $100 value.
I might check that out.
That's pretty
Alright.
good. That's pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah, I mean,
We'll
I
go
don't-
ahead
I don't think there's
and
any other news or break. I'm looking on Google News right now to
round
see if
out
there's any
the
anything I missed here, but
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Anything else?
So, if
Okay.
any of us get a hold of Valorant, you'll be streaming it.
Yeah, that's the
Alright.
idea.
That's
Are
the
you
goal.
guys signed up to try and get the key?
I'm
trying to buy a key.
No.
Trying to buy a key?
Trying to buy a key.
Don't do
Anybody
that.
trying to sell a Valorant
Don't
key?
do that. Don't do that. That Riot is actually. I forgot
Yeah, they'll
to
ban
put
the
this.
account. They'll ban the account. but-
Riot has actually gone out and said that if you buy a key, that's gonna get banned, and the person who let you buy it is gonna get banned too,
Oh.
or
Alright.
something like. Yeah, so they're very
Okay.
nobody buys it. You have to just get it yourself.
Can we buy it directly from Valorant?
Buy it directly
from
from
Riot
Riot.
themselves.
Oh yeah, from Riot, yeah.
It's like, hey, dude, if I give you $20, you let me buy it. What's up? It's a free to play game. I don't know.
Yo, it's genius, bro. It's genius. Their marketing on this is just
Yeah, because it forces you to watch
Very
it,
good
which
idea.
means
That's-
you get into the game just by watching it.
yeah, man.
So,
That's
Yep.
good stuff.
very, very simple.
I got nothing else.
Do you think it'll dethrone Fortnite?
No, I don't think so. I don't
Maybe
think
for a
it's.
little bit. Or it'll be one of the games that tops Twitch along with Fortnite. I don't know. Does Fortnite really top Twitch anymore? Is it still really?
It's
Super
still
huge.
up there. We could check
Like-
the numbers right now.
I feel like
Do you have it, Eric? I don't know where to find that list.
with all the
Fortnite is got right now. It's got 106,000, which seems kind of low. Valorant has
1.2.
a lot more. 1.2 million.
1.2 million,
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
as opposed to Fortnite's 106,000.
Yeah.
Now,
So who's got
granted,
the
that is
most?
probably due to the special event. It'll probably jump down a lot after these special events over, but I still feel like it'll be a huge presence on Twitch.
You think so? After
Yeah.
this requirement to get, after the special event where the only way to get it is to watch Twitch, you think it'll still continue to?
I still think so. I still think that after the game releases and it's actually officially out, I still think that it'll be very big on Twitch.
Uh-huh.
At least for a while.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it'll have the same. It'll be as big on Twitch for as long as Fortnite is, because Fortnite's kind of been really big ever since it came out, and it still hasn't really stopped all that much. So I feel like it'll get to the point where it's like it'll have it just won't last as long as Fortnite, I think, but
Okay.
it will be very, very big for a while. Because if people are looking for a new game like this, I mean, if you want a game similar to this now, you have to either watch like Paladins or Overwatch streams, but both of those games are just kind of falling in terms
Yeah.
of popularity. Especially Overwatch.
true.
Overwatch has been falling a lot. A lot of the supposed Overwatch players or pro players want to be moving to Valorant because they're just kind of tired with Overwatch. They don't really like what Blizzard's doing with it and stuff.
Mhm.
That's
So-
tough, man. It's tough to maintain something for that, like that level of hype and like
Yeah.
dominance for that long. Like it's just doesn't
And
really
I think
happen.
The main difficulty with Overwatch maintaining popularity as opposed to Fortnite maintaining popularity is that Fortnite has a better platform to do that because it's like because of the type of game it is. Like, oh, we can just add more content and we can add in robot suits or new vehicles or new weapons. Overwatch, the best they can do is add in a new map, add in a new game mode, or add in a new hero, all which can greatly upset the balance of the game. So I feel like it's more difficult to do rather than Riot, or not Riot, but rather than with Fortnite, they're just going to add in like, oh, here's like a new submachine gun, and then the player count jumps for a week.
Mm. That's true. Yeah, I think they have more versatility and more variety.
Just what they can do. Yeah.
I think class-based shooters in general, it fractures their audience because you'll tend to watch the people who main who you main also. Like,
Yeah.
if you main a specific type of character, if you're a healer main or a specific type of character, you're only gonna watch streams of that
That's
one because you can relate to that. You know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
with other games like Fortnite, everybody's the same. Like,
Yeah.
everybody can watch. It doesn't
Yeah.
split up your audience at all.
Anybody could do something crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas like in like Overwatch or these class-based games, nobody really wants to watch the support or the tank.
No. It's
Because
boring.
they're not they're not really they're not the stars. They're
Right.
I mean,
It's like
well,
watching-
granted, like everybody who plays these games know that those characters are like probably the most important characters.
Uh-huh.
But everyone it's just like what's better to watch? It's better to watch the Widowmaker getting a bunch of crazy headshots and doing a bunch
the
of cool
flanker.
sniper tricks, or
Yeah.
is it better to watch the healer reviving
Yeah.
somebody and healing from behind the line? So it's just whatever's more interesting to watch there.
It's like watching the receiver instead of the lineman. Like, I'm not gonna watch the lineman, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, it's
Get
like
outta here, dude.
no one wants to watch the
receiver.
lineman. Yeah, everyone wants to watch the QB, the receiver, or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the
lineman sit
challenge.
there. Yeah.
That's the challenge for class-based shooters with regards to like live streaming and watching, because
Yeah.
just because of that,
So,
you're
are you what kind of main are you? Like, are you a
Exactly.
streamer, but then you're a tank main? Like, are you gonna have as many views as your fellow
No.
Overwatch streamer who's like a DPS? You know,
Like no
Yeah.
chance, dude.
in the action.
No
Yeah,
chance. No chance.
I don't think so. But anyways, I think that's all we got to talk about. This has been a long one today. We're going pretty over time.
Well, I mean, we did start at like 11:20.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. We're still at an hour 20. We got to try to keep it close to the hour range for future ones, but we love doing this for y'all, so if we have to, we'll go to 2 hours, but
Yeah.
we try our best
Yeah.
to keep
This
it
is,
the 1 hour range.
Only thing I look
Trying to
forward
keep it
to all
more
week.
digestible.
Yep.
It's like the
But
only thing that
anyways.
brings me joy.
Thank you for stopping by as always, people. Listeners, we stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPS Guides. Remember to smash them like, follow, and subscribe buttons. Do not touch that unsubscribe button. It will blow up your computer. You can check out our content on Apple iTunes, Podcast, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Alexa, and most importantly, our beautiful website, fpsguides.com. Also, check out our Discord. Link is in the description on Twitch. Feel free to come in and chat and play with us. We're not going anywhere, obviously, because of self-quarantining, so we have a lot of time to play games. So if you want to come and play with us, go ahead and do that.
I do. I don't have much time this weekend.
Or if you don't have time to play and you want to just come drop in, look at some memes or drop a meme or whatever, you can go ahead and do that too. We have a meme page on Twitch or on Discord where we just kind of have just bunches of meme dumps on there. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. The more people that we get to watch us and follow and subscribe and all that, the more relevant we come and the more often we can do this.
Yeah, and we'll be putting the podcast on Spotify the last few because I've noticed like, oh crap, I have the file and Sig does not, so I have to kind of give that to him.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought it was automatic or something.
No, it is not. I found that out.
Well, anyways, never beat us. Try to provide feedback, people. We're always growing, and we can always use some tips. And that's all we got.
Stay safe. Stay healthy, folks.
Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and play games.
Play games, everybody. All right, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.